Finished the last bit of the testing, and we had pretty good results. Captured the information that I needed, came up with some kind of a summary scheme, did a final sketch, data collection, and then, looking at all this is one thing, but seeing it is believing it. So I've got a board with a relay in it, and the relay is wired in so that the relay circuit is wired in through these two leads with a capacitor. We had a little buzz to the output of the chip, this chip. The number 2 and 3 pin, the middle pin is ground and the outer pin is output, the inner pin is input. So the input from the track through the diodes, after the diodes, it's rectified. You have positive in here, negative here. Negative goes out, positive goes out. Positive that goes out should be 5 volts. It's actually coming out a little less than 5 volts, but I'm not concerned. We did have some buzz, and I put a capacitor in there. So the output runs to the relay coils. So when the track is powered, the relay is energized. When the relay is energized, the fan is in puff and brake mode. Now I'm only using a battery, and I've toned down the power, so it's getting about 3 volts. So it's just going to spin when it's in puff and brake mode, and it will not spin when we're in idle mode. So in idle mode, the track power is off. So right now there is no power. I pull that down, it does not move. That means the cycle inside here is in idle mode, and you can see we have no milliamps flowing. Now I'm going to raise it up and put it down again, and we're in forward. That's the fan for some reason. Okay, the fan's turning, making a little noise, and that's as it should. We're puffing, we're chuffing, we're moving out, and we've got 0.55 milliamps. Back to idle, back to, now we're in reverse. The fan doesn't change direction, but the fan knows I'm moving, so in reverse we get puff and chuff. That might be the relay. I thought this was helping. Maybe it's just not quite big enough. All right. Oh, it's a frequency. It's on a certain spot. Isn't that funny? Okay. Now neutral, forward, neutral, reverse, neutral, forward, neutral, reverse. Bingo. And no smoke, no heat. I did have some smoke and heat early on. I had 2 wires. I wasn't as neat as I was, and I had 2 wires touching, and so direct ground. Okay. But I survived that, and everything's cooled off now. So it looks like this is the circuit. I can draw it for you guys that want to know. So we have the motor control board, and we have the output, which is DC, and it changes polarity. So I'm tapping, this goes to the motor to turn the train on, but I'm tapping off of that, and I'm going through a couple of diodes. And we're going to put these 2 together and these 2 together, so that what happens is, even though this changes when we change direction, this will always be plus, this will always be minus, okay? Then this goes to pin 1, this goes to pin 2 of that 7805. This takes it, whatever we have, from 5 to 15 volts, it takes it down to 5 volts. 5 volts only coming out. Then from here, I go from here to here, and I actually have a little capacitor right there, and then I go right to the relay. Boom. And that triggers the relay to say fan on puff and chuff, or fan on idle. Idle over here, puff and chuff here. That's it. That's the circuit. The hardest part is going to be stacking these things, and I'm not worried. And so there's nothing there, nothing there. This is tiny, this is tiny, and then this can be there, no question. And then 2 wires running off to the relay. the two blue wires run off to the relay. The white wires go to the motor, but that's all done. So I'm going to go get our board. I think what I'm going to do is keep this together, get our board, build this up, and see if I can't make Puff and Chuff work like it's supposed to finally for the first time in about months, I think. All right, gang. It took me a while. Oh, God. No headaches. I'm just happy to get here. I really am. I'm hoping I can keep that buzz out of here as we go forward. You can't really have a buzz inside there. Kind of defeats everything, doesn't it? All right, let's see if we can't get Puff and Chuff and not get anything too hot. Be back.